Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Medicom Mafex Gambit. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in that standard Mafex window box packaging, with a really cool comic book-like image of Gambit on the top left. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images and panels showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and let him breathe. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at this Mafex Gambit figure. Now, funny thing is, I've actually had this for like almost a month now, and I totally forgot about it. But you know what, I'm super late, who cares, I just still wanted to review this figure because I love Gambit, that's my boy, that's my favorite X-Men, and I had to pick this up to go with my Gambit collection. So I think this thing looks incredible, man. I think Mafex has been doing such a good job, and it's so crazy because like, I was such an anti-Mafex person for a while, because like a lot of you know, their figures just were trash for the longest time. QC was terrible, they just didn't look good. I mean, it was really, really bad, but they've really stepped their game up in the past few years, and I can say that I'm a fan again. This Gambit looks really good, man. That head sculpt looks so awesome. I really do dig the eyes. You got a little bit of like a 5 o'clock shadow on there. The hair looks perfect. I absolutely love that. But everything else about that pink looks really good. I do wish the pink was a little more vibrant, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a little bit. But the colors look really, really good. The musculature all look really nice. Even the pink on the side of the pants there is actually sculpted, not just painted. But the boots and all that look fantastic. Loving the shine and the metallicness that we're getting with all the paint here. Looking really, really good. We got a soft goods coat, of course. I love the soft goods coat. Always a big fan of that. We do get a little bendy wire in the coat, so you can pose that around and do all kinds of cool things you want with windswept looks and things like that. Look really nice. I even love like the stitching here around the collar, looking really good. And you have these like nice little metal studs right here on the shoulders, which I think is really, really rad. Now I'm gonna take the hands off here like that, because I want to show off the figure without the actual coat on. So we can take that. Let's go ahead and put these hands back on. They're just standard straight pegs, nothing too crazy, but they're cool. So yeah, man, this still looks really rad. Again, even the arms are painted and sculpted, so I love that. This just looks like a really rad figure, man. I love it. And I didn't even notice, like, the whole chest right here is like a darker blue. That looks really good, but you can see all the metallic paints that we're getting. It's just really, really nice. Now, if I'm going to bring in these guys over here, and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about as far as the colors go. Like, here's the Revoltech one. You can see how dramatically different the colors are as far as the pink goes. This one probably isn't as accurate. This is definitely probably more accurate. But the one I do like the most is going to be the one from Mezco here. The pink that they used on the armor here is just perfect, I think. This one's definitely a little more faded, so I'm not sure if you can like see that in the actual video itself. But I do like the Mezco pink a whole lot better. It just looks really good. But still, this one does not look terrible. This thing still looks badass. This one looks a lot more comic book accurate, of course, where Mezco does its own thing. I still absolutely love what we're getting here. Alright, so moving on to the accessories here, we of course get the standard Mafex stand, which are really nice stands. You know, they're really cool. They hold the figures really nice. They got a big nice C-clip on there. I don't use them too much, but they do come in handy when you need them. So they actually work out pretty nice, and I love that Mafex includes these. So they works out really, really nice. We also do get interchangeable heads here. So again, the standard head looks really good, but But we also had to get this awesome angry head, which I think looks really rad with the grating teeth, the sharper brow. Again, the hair just looks incredible. Let's just understand a little ball peg like that. I'm gonna pop this one on because this is definitely the head I'm going to display my particular Gambit with, but I think it looks so freaking good, man. So I love that. We also get all kinds of interchangeable hands. You got to get some types of gripping hands for like things with the cards, or the fingers a little more split. You got a gripping hand for the holding his staff. You got open palm hands, a little more relaxed, loose fingered hands. And I love how all the hands come on little trees like this. I think it's really cool. So it helps you keep them more organized and things like that. You also got more open palm hands for like stylized posing, closed fisted hands. Well, what I really do like, I'm going to take this hand off right here. I'm going to pop this one on right here. And you get two of these, but these ones have these little pegs sticking out of them like so. And I'll show you what those are for. Those are for these really freaking dope effect pieces. Like, these are rad, man. I effing love them so much. These are so badass. The colors look great. I love how you just have that whirling effect like that, and the cards just shooting out. I think it's really cool. Fades into that really nice white. I do wish the cards were actually printed with a little, suits and numbers and things like that. Not a big deal. I mean, this is a charging effect. They're probably glowing with light, so they probably wouldn't show anyways, but still, I love that. We actually do get two of these, and you can see this one's a little more rigid, has more flame effect to it. So this one's a little more angry, this one's a little more smooth, but they're both really awesome, and they're both huge, man. Like, in comparison to the actual figure itself, like, these things are huge effect pieces. But what these are for, again, they both have little peg holes at the base of where the effect is. You can actually plug these in to those hands like that, and that's how you're going to get the effect like he's actually throwing the cards like so. So it works really cool, and the pictures came out really great, so I love the way it looks. But the thing with these are, they're really heavy, so you're going to be very careful because they're going to droop down and they're just not going to stand up. So what that means, we actually did include, or they did include, excuse me, an extra little stand here with, you got a little Y attachment like that. You got them in two different sizes. You got a taller one and you got a little shorter one right here, so that works out really good. And so when you're posing them on a shelf or something for pictures, you're going to use this little Y clip and just rest the effect piece on there to help hold that up so nothing droops. So that's actually really cool. And again, they give you two different sizes to do whatever you need to do, and they work out really good. Again, I use these for the pictures that I took, so I love that they even included that, because I think that's really, really rad, man. So I'm going to take that off right there. I'm going to put this hand back on like so. The other accessory that we do get is his staff, his signature staff, done in that nice metallic blue, looking really awesome. But we also got little effect pieces for the staff that you can actually plug on like that. That's really cool, man. This is, I don't think I've ever seen this with a Gambit figure before. Like, he's charging up his staff and he's whirling it around. So that's really cool. Really nice clear pink effect pieces. I think that's super dope, man. I love how they did that. Again, I've never seen that before. So I think that's a really cool addition to this figure. So something very unique, and I love that. Standard card effect pieces for holding through his hands. So you got these fingers with little split fingers like that, and this one has two little cards on there. And you're going to kind of just like fit them through the fingers, and he'll hold them very nicely, and it looks really cool. Just hold them however you need to. The paint looks really good on those. Again, that nice vibrant pink that kind of like fades into the white, looking really cool. And then we also do get more of like a single carded one where he's holding like a standard card like that, when the effects kind of flaring off right there. That looks bad, dude. I really love how that looks. I think it's so cool. All the different effects, everything they got with this figure, man, I think they killed it, because that looks awesome. So you do get a ton of great stuff with this piece. All right, so now moving on to the articulation here. The head and the neck are on ball pegs, so you get a lot of good motion in there. Does turn left and right, up very, very far, down all the way much, and pivot side to side. Arms can go all the way up, full 360 without the coat, down, up and out that far. We do get a butterfly joint in there. We got rotation at the bicep. We got double jointed elbows that bend very, very nicely. A rotation at the wrist, as well as hinges at the wrists. We do get a ball peg, or excuse me, double ball peg, and this midsection that goes down into the crotch, and another one into the chest area. So you get a lot of good motion there. Does turn left and right, pivot side to side, crunches back all the way that far, all the way forward. Hip joints that kick forward that much like that. There's a little bit of a pull down feature in there, so that really does help. Again, you get really nice high kicks, which is really good. Splits out that far, rotation in the upper thigh, double jointed knees, ankles go up, down, rotate, really sweet ankle rocker, and then toe articulation. So man, you get some pretty dynamic things with this particular figure. I'm super happy with it, honestly. Like, again, I used to talk so much smack about Mafex because, again, we all know for a while their figures were trash, man, and they just were not good. So the fact that they've been doing such a great job, and I'm completely going back and saying, you know what, they're making good figures now, so I love it. I'm loving what they're doing, and I'm a fan again. So I think that's really cool. This Gambit figure is so badass. So happy I picked it up, and I think he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and NECA Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to the Reveltech Gambit and Mezco 112 Collective Gambit. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Medicom Mafex Gambit. Now, overall, I think this is a fantastic figure. And again, I've said this before many times, that I completely lost interest in a lot of Mafex figures because for a while they were complete trash. But over the past few years, they've been getting better and better. And man, this is one of those figures that makes me really say that I genuinely love Mafex again. The articulation works so well. It's so solid and fluid. I absolutely love it. The soft goods trench coat is great with the pulsable wire. That is just the perfect type of blend of plastic and soft goods, which I really do love. The effect pieces are so big and impressive. That neon clear pink looks really, really cool. I love the little attachments to the staff. The different interchangeable heads are so good. I think that is the most perfect Gambit hair that I've seen on any Gambit figure ever, so I love that. I guess my minor complaints would be I wish the pink on the armor was just a little more vibrant. It is a little more faded in person, but that's a very minor nitpick. And then also I noticed the hands are coming off fairly easy when I'm posing him around, so that's a little annoying, but it's not too bad. But that is just something I did notice while playing with him. Overall, he is an incredible piece. Again, Mafex has really stepped their game up. I will say the prices are still pretty steep for what you are getting here. I mean, they're definitely climbing up there, and they're not going to be for everybody. But still, I think this is one of the coolest, one of the most definitive Gambit figures you could possibly own in your collection. I think he's totally rad and would look great on your toy shelf. So be excellent to each other and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.